Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to install an HDMI under 30 minutes. And we're going to prepare our instruments here. I've already taken the board out, so what I use is two sources of heat. One is lower bottom and one from the top. And I find it easier because you don't have to preheat a plate or anything like that. So here is the bottom one, and here comes the top one. It's only going to take about 5 minutes for us to be able to lift and remove that broken HDMI. You want to get the solder hot enough so that you can easily remove it. You don't have to force anything. So I'm just testing, making sure that the solder is melting properly. By the way, this is unleaded solder, and we're going to be using leaded solder. It's a lot easier to work with. So it's about to fall. Here we go. Now use a suction device. You can also use a solder thread to remove that solder, but it's a lot easier. Just be careful not to lift uh, anything else, especially on other consoles. This is a PlayStation 4 standard, one of the first models. Just give it a little bit for it to cool off. I'm gonna flip it over and check the other side. This is the broken HDMI. You can see, on the very right side there is a broken pin, and that was the issue. Just letting the heat dissipate from the motherboard just a little bit. Preparing the new HDMI. By the way, these HDMI ports that I got, they're a little weird. They don't align properly, so I gotta bend them a little bit, and you'll see what I mean here shortly. Just focus here properly. If you need any type of service, HDMI repairs on PlayStation 4s, PlayStation 5s, you can find us at wayeo.org. That's WAYAYEO.org. And I'll put a link in the description. So we're going to clean this. I use leaded paste, solder paste, and you'll see it'll melt real easy. Um, Here we go. There's flux in there included, so it works well. And the last pass, you want to not touch it with the metal part of the soldering iron, but just the solder itself, and it leaves just quite enough solder in there for the HDMI ports to be soldered just fine. This is what I mean. You see the pins? They're a little weird. However, I can easily fix that by bending the, uh, the pins on the side just a little to the left, and it just works fine. It works just fine. Let's test now. That's better. So I'm just going to hold them and pass with the soldering iron here at the top. Of course, apply a little bit of flux, and this should stabilize it, put it in place, and then I'll hit it through the back and solder the 2 points, 4 points on the bottom of the motherboard. We're always going to come back and check these pins, make sure that they're soldered well. So this is just to set the port there so it doesn't fall when we turn it over. I don't use a lot of flux. I don't think it's necessary. Then again, it's just people just work different. It also depends on the type of solder you use. So down here we're gonna need more heat. The soldering iron is not enough to um, to attach to solder those pins properly. Cleaning it first. A little bit of flux. Sometimes it's not even necessary, but anyways, a little bit here. Then this is leaded um, solder. It melts faster, less temperature. Just putting enough so that it sticks on there. I'm going to come back with the heat and just make sure it melts and all the way through so that the HDMI port stabilizes and stays there securely. You don't want to apply too much heat. If not, it'll fall again, and then you got to redo everything. Just enough. And you get a feeling after doing so many, especially if you work with the same tools over and over. So at this point, the solder is just flowing through the bottom and just attaching the port to the motherboard well, and that way it doesn't fall, or when you plug in the HDMI cable, is not completely torn apart again. That should be good. Just give it a little cleaning. I use alcohol 99%, also known as IPA. So now we're going to go back and check the pins, make sure they're all good, and just verify that they're placed securely, soldered well. So we'll apply a little more flux properly, probably. They're good, they look good, but we're gonna go and a little more heat on there with the soldering iron. So we're going to fix this one on the left. You don't want to press too hard either. And even though they look good now, I might just run the soldering iron through there again. See on the sides where the HDMI connector connects to the actual motherboard, you see the flow of the solder that came through the other side when I applied heat, as well as the soldering iron. That's how you want it to be. And I'm just pushing the pins just a bit, make sure they make contact with the motherboard pads. Perfect. So that's how you replace an HDMI in under 30 minutes. I think it took me maybe 10-15 minutes. Good luck. If you guys have any questions, I'm always here to help out. I'll leave a few links in the description of the video, and always visit yao.org. Parts, accessories, and other services. Clean it up. We're all set. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And subscribe. I'll be uploading more videos every week or so. Appreciate it. Bye bye now.